Welcome back, everyone. Time for another reading from Papa's Comic Books and Coffee. All right, tonight's reading will be Freedom Fighters, number 7. 30 cents back in 1977, and there's the date stamp. This book is by Bob Rozakis and Dick Ayers. As always, this book is available on my eBay page, papas-comic-books. Don't forget, hit the sub. Give me a subscription, please. Give me a like, give me a dislike. Tell me what you think. Any kind of comment, good or bad, is welcome. Title of the story, The Emperor of the North Pole. All right, let's get into it. Freedom Fighters, the Emperor of the North Pole. In case you're wondering, the Black Condor is having another attack. Another, you ask? That's right, but we'll fill you in on the previous ones as we go along, because this condition will prove to have drastic effects when our sensational 6 square off against the Emperor of the North Pole. When last we saw our heroes, it was Halloween. Now, a few days before Christmas, winter has come to their cabin hideaway near Rutland, Vermont. During this time, Thomas Wright, a.k.a. Black Condor, has begun exhibiting newly dawning mental power with dangerous results. Watch, is he breaking? Free. Sorry, Tom. I reckon I've got to take drastic action. Before you wreck this place, and I don't think Daryl's lady friend would take kindly to that. All right, Sam, I'm okay now. If you were here last issue, you know that GBS newswoman Martha Roberts is the owner of the cabin. Tony? I don't want to appear over-anxious, but did you get a line on the silver ghost with all the metal hocus pocus? Ever since Homulus attacked me with his mental powers, I've been developing some kind of telepathic ability myself, but when I try to focus, I lose control. All I can recall is a scene of Santa Claus workshop at the North Pole. Tee-hee, that's just a fairy tale, Tom. Now, just a darn second. It might not be. I remember reading in one of Martha's magazines about a place in upstate New York called Santaland. Right you are, Uncle Sam, and it's one of the biggest tourist attractions this time of year, as hundreds of people come daily to visit Santa Claus and his elf assistants. Excuse me, children. Santa will be right back. Hurry back, Santa. I've got a long list. What is it now, Elf? You know there are dozens of youngsters waiting to see me. Let them keep waiting, Santa. This takes precedence. It's time to put our plan into action. If we're going to be the true North Pole for Christmas, if you say so, Elf, just go ahead, do it. I trust you. I must get back to the children. The old fool, he really fell for this gambit. When I'm through tilting the Earth into the new axis, this place really will be the North Pole, and half the United States will be inside an Arctic Circle. Then, as payment for his help, that silver ghost guy can have New York, and I will get the rest as Emperor of North Pole. At last, have my revenge on a world that scorns anybody who isn't just like everybody else. The security alarm. Somebody trying to sneak into the park. Costume superheroes. This calls for action. Unless you want to... Anybody want a Twinkie? There you go. Twinkies for sale. Brr, it's cold out here. Give me a chance, Sandy, and I'll warm you up. Here we go again, Romeo Ray, putting the moves on Sandy. If only there was some way I could tell her how I feel about her. Sorry to interrupt, folks, but this trip is for business, not pleasure. Daryl, you're just being a spoilsport because Martha's back in New York City. Heads up, folks, we've been discovered by a troop of toy soldiers. Ha ha ha. And now they're shooting at us. I told you should have paid some admission to this silly place. Yo, they're firing real bullets. And that means it's war. Try my heat blast on for size, midgets. Tarnation. They must have been the advance patrol because here comes a second wave. Hey, Sam, these teddy bears don't look like kind of any kid would want to cuddle up with. Those teeth and claws look as deadly as if they were grizzly bears, and they've got the strength of the real McCoy to boot. I was there when my good buddy Davy used to wrestle these critters for fun. But even he never went against a bear as strong as these mechanical monsters. What a spot. I can't remove my glove to use my explosive power until I let go of Teddy. But if I do, he'll rip me to shreds. Some human intelligence is obviously controlling these toys, but whoever it is, he doesn't seem too thrilled about our presence here. That razor-edge frisbee would have cut me down to size. If I couldn't do it myself with my dandy-handy-bandy power, phew! That's what I call sharp. Only way to avoid that supercharged jump rope is to take flight. Whoa, they're lassoing me. Overwhelming strength pulling me out of the sky. This light blast should blind my attacker, while my blackout light puts mine in the dark. Holy crow, it's having no effect. They say news travels fast, so is it any wonder that in the WGNY TV newsroom at this very moment, newswoman Martha Roberts is watching the Titanic battle being waged at Santaland? I don't believe it. What a story. The freedom fighters on a rampage at Santaland, and our upstate affiliate is on the scene to cover it live. I knew it was only a matter of time before those superpowered fugitives struck again. You don't believe it, Roberts. There's proof right in front of your eyes. Proof all I see is 6 heroes battling killer robots on the loose. I want to get up there and check out the story myself. Nothing doing. The GBS affiliates can cover this. And without the bleeding heart overtones you've been throwing into your reports about those costume criminals. I keep telling you, they're not criminals. D.A. Pearson's got a bug up his butt, and they're taking it out on the freedom fighters. I'm just trying to show the public the other side of the story. Forget it, Roberts. You're staying here. Maybe he's right. Maybe I'm letting my feelings for Daryl Dane Dollman could be reporter's instincts. Oh, Daryl, I hope you're safe and thinking of me the way I think of you. Perhaps he does, Martha, but at the moment, your diminutive heartthrob has less romantic thoughts on his mind. Hey, what's with two? What's you two? Those are dolls, and since they obviously don't have to see, you can't blind them. Daryl's right. I should have phantomed out in the first place. And I'll give those balls and jacks what I gave to the soldiers, a couple of well-placed heat blasts. Looks like you could use a little help too, Roy. Knock off the small talk, Daryl, and help me get the glove off. Teddy here is trying to get the lead in Grizzly, too. Presto, it's a snap when you have her telekinetic powers. Thanks. Bombs away! Kablam! Now to help Sam. Keep your distance, boys. I ain't wrestled a bear in a long time, and I need a workout. Give Tom a hand. His newfangled mental power should be able to get us in a line on who's behind the attack. Once it's free, that is. Give me a throw, Roy. Who stands a better chance against some deadly dolls than a doll man? My heat blasts are getting a lot of use today, but I'll keep right on using them till we're out of this mess. It's risky, Tom, but you've got to use your mental powers again. Find out who's behind this all. I'll try. As a brain power is used by one of our freedom fighter, another uses brawn, and the powerful legs that enable Uncle Sam to leap tremendous distance prove to be formidable weapon as all. Well, being attacked, controlled, being attacked, being controlled. Oh, elf. That's my name, and I'll thank you not to wear it out. Meanwhile, meet my Imperial Force miniature replicas of some of your superhero buddies, but just as powerful as the originals. Tarnation, not Tom. 2, not now. 3 against 1, eh? Then I just have to size up this situation. He may be just a pint-sized Superman, but he'll break through my helmet if he keeps this up. So I'll just save him the time and trouble. Oh, nifty. I figured getting off the ground would help me, and instead it got me caught in a crossfire attack. Happy's in need of some assistance, which I can provide. Much as I hate hitting my pal, Tom seems stronger than before. That blow barely stunned him. Gotta hang on, try to keep him from attacking again. Gotta try my mind over matter power, see if I can stop that death-dealing doll. I assume this is your doing, Daryl, so thanks for keeping this moving target from moving. No, you're destroying my army. I can't let you. That pint-sized pest is directing this battle, so I've got to take him out. And it's just cold enough to let me pull this off. That melting snow will cover the elf. And everybody freeze. Sorry, officers, but we were just leaving. Happy, get down here and give us a lift. But what about the elf? He's tied to what the Silver Ghost, I bet. He's not going anywhere, but unless you want to join him in a cell, the police will be the only ones who get to question him. Fat lot of good that'll do. They'll think the ghost is dead, but okay, one getaway coming up. Where's Sam and Tom? Last seen flying west, which is where we're heading, and I hope they're both alive when we find them. Well, we'll all learn the fate of Uncle Sam and the Condor next issue, but right now, let's check in on New York District Attorney David Pearson. And the freedom fighters escaped after foiling an alleged attempt to change the Earth's axis by a man identified only as the Elf, a change which would have destroyed thousands of dollars of damage to Santaland, all caused by those fugitives. And she makes them sound like heroes. If only someone would catch them, Mr. Pearson. We'd like to volunteer. Who's volunteering? Who's volunteering? Who are you? Barracuda, Fireball and Sparky, Rusty and me, the Americommando, at your service. We've been out of action since World War II, but we've decided it's time for a comeback. Give us the go-ahead. The freedom fighters will find themselves the targets of the Crusaders. Next issue, the fate of Uncle Sam and the Black Condor, and the attack of the Crusaders and D-Day at Niagara Falls. All in Freedom Fighters number 8. Be there. Ooh, look out for Black Lightning, too. All right. You can get 204 Revolutionary War soldiers for only $225. If only I had 225. Well, that was Freedom Fighters number 7 from 1977. I hope it was a good book. It was a nice, quick book. Once again, hit the subscribe button if you can. Hit the like button. Hit the dislike button. Tell me what you didn't like about it. Tell me everything you can, okay? Once again, this book is available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. And as I always say... That was easy. Papa is out.